Hey guys, good afternoon. Once again, let him run here on a podcast, putting together some BRISnet picks that we had one yesterday. We have another one today. I'm here again by myself, Freddie Bro York here. My partner John Costin will be joining our podcast again on Friday, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we got another pick today, BRISnet pick of the day. This pick is going to be for Thursday, which is tomorrow, February 5th, at the Aqueduct's 9th race. Before we get to that, did not end the stream. I apologize. Looks like there was a little breakdown in our internet service here in the neighborhood that I'm in. Just put a call into a person. I apologize for that little breakdown. Start over again. Good old between Mother Nature and anything that has to do with technology, we've been having some trouble here. Anyway, Welcome back. For those of you who may have stuck around, my name is Freddie York, Freddie Bro York, here once again doing Bro's BRISnet Pick of the Day. Take a minute to thank our sponsors, which include Case's Pork Roll, as well as the Vape Shop, and our new sponsor. We're very proud to be part of the family, the BRISnet family. If you are not familiar with BRISnet, please be sure to check them out. They have valuable information to help your handicapping along with some information that you cannot get elsewhere when you look for other areas to check on regarding the information they provide, which we'll talk about some of that information in today's Pick of the Day. Bros, BRISnet Pick of the Day. Just for today's race, which we talked about yesterday, that's race 8 at Tampa Bay Downs, where we have our eye on the 7. There were some scratches in that race for today at Tampa. The 1, the 10, and the 12, which let the 11 horse and AE into the race. Really no impact on the race. So if you watched our podcast yesterday or read our article on Sports Talk Florida or Sports Talk New York, you got to see the information we put out there. So that's a little bit update on the race that's going to be run later today at 4:25 at Tampa. Again, looking at the 7. Let's talk about today's race. And we're talking about the race that we're going to talk about is the race today. For tomorrow, race 9 at Aqueduct. It is a big field. Now, hopefully Aqueduct runs tomorrow. Certainly with the frigid weather, though, today and tomorrow, it's supposed to be maybe freezing, or a little above freezing, which I guess is a good thing. We're a little excited about that. So talking about tomorrow's race at Aqueduct, race 9, which is at 4:13 Eastern Standard Time. It is a race of 7 furlongs on the dirt. Allowance optional claiming $50,000. Big field of 13 entered. That race certainly looks like there's going to be plenty of value if all of the 13 horses stay in. And of course, if Aqueduct races. We hope they do. We know it's got to be very, very trying for all the connections who have any horses running in those races. That's got to be a little bit of trouble. So hope that works out. Obviously for the Withers on Friday as well. We'll talk about that a little bit. Well, let's talk about the race for tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, race 9 at Aqueduct, a 7 furlong dirt race. Optional claim starter allowance, $50,000. The BRISnet bias for this race is very strong for a horse to go gate to wire. If you follow BRISnet, if you don't, check them out at BRISnet.com. They'll give you some bias ratings on the horses in terms of what kind of speed they have, or whether they're a stalker, or they can do a little bit of both with some tactical speed. The bias in this race, clearly, according to BRISnet, and I trust BRISnet a lot, is for somebody to wire the field. And there are 2 horses in this race that both have E figures, which means they want to get out and they want to wire the field. That is the number 7, Shadow Surge, whose morning line is 5-1, and the number 9, DeMello, whose morning line is 8-1. I think both of these horses are going to get out of the race, get out of the gates and into the race together. I think they both are going to try and put some space between them and the rest of this big field. That's the number 7 and the number 9. I see them getting out together. The only thing I see is that the 7 has a little more staying power, or let's call that late pace, if you will, that horse can hold on for a little bit longer than the 7 or than the 9. The 7 can hold on a little longer with the late pace that horse shows. And I think that horse is going to have a better opportunity to go ahead and hold on to keep the closers at bay as we get to that tricky distance of 7 furlongs. Only concern a little bit I have with the 7 is last time out, its buyer speed figure jumped up by 38 points. That's a lot. Now, that's your classic. People are going to talk about a bounce. I look for some workouts after that race. He's coming back with no published workout. That doesn't mean that Jamie Ness might have had the horse maybe take a little bit of a workout. Not so sure, but if Jamie Ness feels that this horse is ready to run, I'm okay with that. I'm with Jamie Ness. Jamie Ness hasn't ready to run. I think he's ready to run. Like I said, the 2 speed horses in this race are the 7 and the 9. I think they're going to get out clearly with a clear lead over the rest of the field. currently a big field of 13. So I think, that's kind of interesting in a race at Aqueduct. Their fields are getting big. And again, I feel bad for the connections who are waiting for the weather to change, waiting for it to be upgraded, waiting to the statistics to come through that let them know that they're going to race. That's got to be challenging. Certainly the Withers, the Kentucky Derby prep race, which is scheduled to be run on Friday. I'm sure, all the connections are obviously looking to see how that's going to pan out too. But we'll take one day at a time. So tomorrow, again, Aqueduct, race 9. Check it out. We are going in deep with the 7. Current line, their morning line is 5-1. Hope it stays in the neighborhood. I think it will. There's a couple other horses in this race that I think are going to get looked at. One of them is the number 1, Cool Andy. I do have a friend named Andy that doesn't mean I'm going to bet the horse. Kendrick Caramouche, one of the best jockeys at 7 furlongs, has a timer in his head to dictate when he knows there's 7 furlongs. But there's going to be an opportunity, I think, to make some money in this race. I also put a $20 win bet on the 7. You can put as much or as little as you want on the 7. Certainly, I hope it stays in the neighborhood of 5-1. That'd be nice. And I'm also doing a $2 exacta box, the 7 over the 1-4. $2 exacta box 1-4-7-8, which is going to cost $12. If the horse happens to get beat, which I don't think he will, one of those 3 horses could possibly be up there with him. I think you'll get your money back. The total investment's $32. I think the real bet is on the win end because I don't see this horse losing this race, again, based on the information that we got from BRISnet in terms of the pace figure. This horse certainly has a good, strong early pace figure. So again, I would look to take a peek at that race tomorrow, Thursday, Aqueduct, race 9. Betting the 7, Shadow Surge at 5-1. You can check it out on our write-up that we have with Florida Sports Talk Florida. They have all our articles on there. You can check them all out from Let 'Em Run. And also, let's give you an update on what's happening on Friday. Our Friday show typically is at 3 o'clock when we have our happy hour. Myself and my partner, John Costin. But we're going to have a special show this Friday. We're going to be on at 1 o'clock. And that's because the Southwest Stakes is a part of the Oaklawn card that got moved from last week to Friday racing, which is kind of cool. So we got some Friday racing to take a look at, including if Aqueduct does run the Withers. So there's 2 Kentucky Derby prep races being run on Friday. Hopefully they get them both in. Well, Oaklawn will definitely get theirs in. It's probably going to be 67 or 70 degrees out there in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So you're going to get some good weather out there. I don't think there's going to be any problem there. So the Southwest Stakes will definitely go off. I hope that the Withers goes off on Friday as well. If it does, we'll cover that race as well. We'll take a look at that. But we're going to do the late pick 5 on Friday at Oaklawn, which will be run that afternoon. Late that afternoon. We'll be on at 1 o'clock. So we can cover the late pick 5, including the Southwest, and hopefully the Withers runs as well. And then we'll go from there. So good luck. I hope that you get to check it out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button if you get the opportunity to see us. I apologize for the beginning. I don't know what happened there. Again, apparently there was some information that was going around in the whole neighborhood where the internet was out for a little while. Who knows? Maybe snow pile fell on a wire or something. Who knows? Anyway, don't forget, be sure to check us out on multiple streaming apps and social channels, including YouTube and Capital Sports Network. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, Case's Pork Roll, the Vape Shop in Hamilton, and our new sponsor, who we're very proud to be a part of with them, BRISnet. Check them out at BRISnet.com. You'll get some good information there that certainly will be helpful. So, again, we'll see you hopefully soon. We'll see you for sure on Friday at 1 o'clock, our new happy hour. John and I will both be happy, even though it's a couple hours early. We'll still have a happy hour at 1 o'clock to discuss, again, the Southwest Stakes and the late pick 5 at Oaklawn Park. Just remember what we say all the time is bet smart, cheer hard. And remember, fast horses can lead to some serious fun. However you describe serious fun. Could be money, could be fun with your buddies, could be a little bit of both. Hopefully, both is what you're hoping for. So until next time, we say let 'em run. Thank you for checking us out. Good luck today in racing, and we'll talk again soon. Adios.